Hello, I'm Eric.
And I'm Melissa.
And today we're going to do our September 2020 monthly pickup video.
Wow.
And it is a weak month. Normally September might be weak because we have PRGE coming up,
Yes,
but not this
true.
year. And August was a huge month for me. So I don't know what happened. We fell off a cliff on this September.
Well, yeah, I don't know.
The money dried up.
That's
apparently.
right.
The eBay money all dried up.
You spent it all in August?
I spent it all.
No, I don't.
All right.
There just wasn't anything good.
No, there wasn't any, but there wasn't as much good. We do have two good things here.
Yes.
I'll do this one first.
Okay.
This came out.
Because that was all you.
This was, I get suckered into the same, Nintendo's like, oh, it's going to be. Yeah. No, I'd have bought this anyway. I probably wouldn't have bought it right away, but they said, we're going to do physical. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll just see if I can pre-order it. And I should know better. Every time there's hype for a game and I can actually get the pre-order, that means it's not going to be hard to get. Okay,
Nope.
If I can get the pre-order, it's not going to be hard to get. I got this easily, and of course, it's not hard to get. I don't have any regrets. I love these games, and having them on the Switch is going to be cool. This is, of course, the Super Mario 3D All-Stars with Super Mario 64, Super Mario Sunshine, and Super Mario Galaxy on the Nintendo Switch.
Aren't you kind of in the middle of Super Mario Galaxy on 64?
No, this is a Wii game. Galaxy's a Wii game.
No, you know what?
I'm
like 64. Oh, it was Super Mario 64.
Yeah, I'm halfway through Super Mario 64 from like the very first time I played it. I never finished it. Back when I got my Nintendo 20 years ago. Super Mario Sunshine, same thing. 15 years ago or something I started it. Here's the deal. These games are too hard for me. They're simply too hard. I get to like 6 or 7 level, whatever, world, and I'm like, you got to be kidding me what you want me to do. I cannot do platformers.
And you know what?
I'm done.
I've been seeing on Twitter, our friend TopSpot has been showing some video of him playing this.
Yeah.
Where the game, I can't say that word. Where the game, where he tries to do something and the game.
Oh yeah, glitches.
Glitches,
and
sure,
he's
we'll
like
say that.
falling through walls and stuff.
Yeah, and
cheats.
Cheats. That's a good one. Yes. And it makes me not want to play it. I get so angry.
Yeah.
So I know that's.
So we haven't played. We barely played this, but it's in the collection, which is nice.
No, it's in the collection.
Okay, but I'm more excited about this next one.
So our friend, we have a friend of ours got you I know you're collecting the comic book.
I'm collecting the 5 Atari Force comic books, and I decided I would collect them all complete in box.
Right.
And I think, was it August or July, I got Galaxian. Mm-hmm. And I had Star Raiders, and they previously, our friends, got me Defender.
Yes. So
which I believe is the first one. Mm-hmm. So that was 3.
Yeah, because you had like 2. I forget which ones you had, but you didn't have number 1.
I didn't have number 1. Yeah, I had 2 and 3, so they got me number 1.
And our friends were like, you can't have 2 and 3
You can't have 2 and 3 without 1. And
so
I agree.
got you number 1, right.
And then I got 5, which is Galaxian.
You've been on like eBay and buying some stuff and whatever.
Uh-huh.
And then she messaged me and she's like, I got this for him, so make sure he doesn't buy it. And I was like, okay. And so every time you would talk about buying, or I'd see something that you bought, I'd be like, what'd you buy? Like all worried.
I didn't even notice.
No. So
what is it?
It is
Phoenix.
Complete in box.
Atari Force number 4. I now have.
Complete in a pretty
Complete
box.
in box, yes. And and they've been getting me really good condition boxes and manuals. You'll see it in the pictures.
Mm-hmm. I'm not touching this.
I now have all of the Atari Force 1 through 5 comics, and I have 4 of the 5. I have all of the comics, all of the games, all of the manuals. The only thing I'm missing now is Berserk box. And I will have all 5 of the Atari Force games.
Complete.
I think there were other comics too. And maybe when I get that last one, we should. Maybe we'll do a video on just the Atari.
On what you have.
Just the Atari.
Our little
Force.
collection.
So this has been a lot of fun.
Yes.
Thank you so much to our friends.
Nice surprise.
Who have contributed 40% of the entire this subset. 40%. 2 out of the 5 games they've given me. So.
So all you need is
thank
Berserk.
you.
And then you'll have something. complete.
I've been looking for a Berserk box. Probably I'm going to have to buy the whole thing.
You might.
But, and I think I saw the Berserk box at PRGE last year, and I forgot that I already had the comic. I just needed the box. And the box was in good shape. It was the other stuff, and I'm like, I'm not going to buy this if it's not complete. Forgetting that I don't need it complete.
You just need the box.
Anyway, okay, so that was it for September. A good retail game, a fantastic addition to the collection. That was a gift. And because this was such a short month, I think we should do another.
Go back.
We're going to go back in time and take a look at a past month from years past and show you that next.
Okay.
Hello, I'm Eric.
And I'm Melissa.
And today we're going to do an historical pickup video from September of 2000.
Yes, it's historical because we go back through the old spreadsheet and we find out what we bought in a September history.
Yeah, an interesting September.
Yes, an interesting
And we've got a good
September.
one this time. So, got all the stuff here. This was a big month, which we'll talk about in a second, but let me do some other stuff first. Miscellaneous stuff. We'll start with a Sega Genesis 3 6-button arcade pad.
Do you
Says
own a Genesis 3?
I do. I got one at PRG a couple years
That's what I
ago.
thought. Okay.
So I don't think this has ever been opened. I bought this because I like buying spare controllers. This is a Toys R Us, $9.99. And in today's dollars, that would be $14.95.
Wow.
And market price for a sealed, I claim this is sealed, new Sega Genesis 6-button controller. This is implausible.
I think
$75 according to price charting.
I think that's
I'm not sure this is worth $75, but
I think there's like a one-off that made that's skewed.
yeah, it might be. That's right. It might be skewed. All right, let's see. Okay, so continuing with Sega, this is a good one to have. Pitfall, the Mayan adventure for the Sega 32X. Now in 2000, I was on my way to collecting quite a few 32X games.
Yes, you were.
I would eventually get most of them and then sell half of them off in about 2006. But this one I kept because it's Pitfall, and it's a good thing I did. I paid $32.49 for it. I think I bought it used. $32.49 in today's dollars, that would be $48.60.
Okay.
And according to price charting, a complete, which is this is, copy of Pitfall for the 32X, $232.
Ooh.
Man, did I make a mistake selling 32X in 2006.
Yeah, you did.
I got rid of them. We were going to have our first child.
Yes.
I'm like, I never play these. I'm just going to keep games in my collection that I want, never thinking that I would become as big a collector as I have. Sold off half my collection for pennies. And now they're worth a fortune. Moving on, let's see. I guess we'll continue with Sega. We'll do this guy.
Okay.
Sonic Adventure for the Dreamcast. I held off on getting this game, obviously, until September. That was almost a year after release, or a year after release. Finally decided to bite the bullet. Figured I got to have the Sonic Adventure game. Bought this new, $20. Currently, that would be $30, and it's worth $37.49. Never played this.
Oh.
I played it a bit, and then I never got into it. But after a year, or almost a year of owning the Dreamcast, a year after release, I finally bought Sonic. Let's see, Super Nintendo. I had gotten my Super Nintendo in January of 2000, and so I was picking up some classic games like Donkey Kong Country 2. This is the player's choice. I'm betting, I don't know if I have it here, I'm betting that I got this new.
Yeah.
And I seem to recall ordering a lot of Super Nintendo games off an old website called eToys.
Yes,
I actually got a few Super Nintendo games new off of eToys. I think they went out of business just a year or two later. But yeah, this is my copy of Donkey Kong Country 2. I paid $20, worth $30 now, in inflation adjusted, and market price is $65 for a complete copy of. Did I read that right? Donkey Kong Country.
I was reading the wrong one. That's why I said uh-oh.
All right.
That's okay.
And then finally, for just random games, I got Crash Bandicoot 3, or Crash Bandicoot Warped. Greatest hits, $20. Inflation adjusted to $30. Currently worth $14. So it's worth less. Like, yeah. So it's worth half of what I paid for it. That's okay. I don't have the fancy cover for this. By the time I got into the PlayStation, or this game, obviously it's greatest hits. They didn't have the lenticular cover. Interesting little tidbit. I bought this before I bought Crash Bandicoot 2. Ooh. I bought 1. I skipped over 2 for some reason. Bought 3, and I can't remember when I bought 2. Months or years later, I did finally complete the collection and bought Crash Bandicoot 2. All right. So that's it for the miscellaneous games. But the reason we picked September of 2000 is because that's when I got my Colecovision. Actually 2000 was a big year for me in terms of getting new consoles. I got a Dreamcast, I got a Super Nintendo, I think I got my Saturn, I think I got my Sega CD, and I finally decided I needed to have a Colecovision. It was a system that a friend of mine had when I was growing up, and I thought, now's the time. I'll get into the Colecovision. So I went on eBay, got this big bundle, which we're going to show you here. So we'll do the price first. I paid, okay, so it came with the system, some controllers I'm going to show you, 13 games, $120 I paid shipped. Wow. And it has the box. So you'll see in the picture, it came in the box. The box isn't in great shape, but it came with the box. It came with a whole bunch of stuff. Got the system, which we'll show you in a second. $120.50, now worth $180, and the system itself is worth $170. Everything I got with it would have been is worth $380 now. I sold some stuff, which we'll talk about at the end, and of what I've kept, it's worth $320.
Okay.
So I paid $180. It's worth $320. Not too bad. 180 in inflation adjusted. Okay. It's now worth about $320. It would have been $380, except I sold off some stuff. Again, for pennies, we'll get to that. So I do regret, like my 32X, I sold these systems off, these games off in 2006, and I regret it. Actually, let's talk about those games now.
About those first? Okay.
2010, based on the 2010 movie. Ouch. Currently worth. I sold it for $8.96 in 2006. Inflation adjusted, that'd be $13. It's worth $20 on the market. The Dam Busters, another one. And some of these had overlays and instructions. The Dam Busters, I sold it for $3.44 in 2006.
Wow.
Currently worth $19.09. Actually, these adjusted prices are all wrong because these are the multiplier from 2000. So
okay.
I'll fix those. $3.44, currently worth $19. Rock and Rope. This one's a killer because it was complete in box.
Ooh.
Sold it for $6.13, currently worth $21.37. And War Games. Sold it for 27 cents. Now,
on eBay?
These are on eBay. Yeah, because it was after fees. So this price is like my final after shipping and after fees and everything like that. 27 cents. I have some games I sold. I'm not sure if they were the 32Xs. I actually lost. I lost like 30 cents on them, selling them off. Currently worth, War Games is currently worth $9.55. So 2010, Dam Busters, Rock and Rope, and War Games all sold off in December of 2006. If I still had them, I never see these games. Yeah. I definitely would have kept them. And they were part of the original bundle. But we have another 13 games. We'll get to those in a minute. We got the system. Ooh. Beautiful system. Cleaned up real nice. There's a little bit of dirt on here. That's probably from me. Cleaned this one up real nice. This is my current Colecovision I use. Still works. I'm a little worried about the sound, but last time I tried it, it seemed to be okay. Came with Super Action controller set. There's 2 of them. I'm only showing one because they're big and bulky. So it came with the manual. I think it came with the manual. Did I have it at the manual at the time? I don't know if I had the manual at the time or if I got them later. But Super Action controllers and these 13 games. So I don't have individual prices on these because I just have it as the bundle price. But this was my initial ColecoVision collection. So,
okay.
What's the first one?
The first one is Cosmic Avenger.
Loose. Got that one loose. I'll put the pictures up of what I have for the game now, whether I have it with manual and box. Some of these I did get the boxes for later and try to complete them. or rebought them to get the manual in the box. So you'll see in the picture how the collection looks now. We'll talk about what I got when I bought them. So that one was loose.
And then we have Defender.
Classic Atari game. That one also came loose.
Okay. Then we have a Donkey Kong.
Pack-in game for the ColecoVision. Label's looking a little worse for wear there. Might have to get an upgrade on that one. Don't remember. I think that one came with the manual in the bundle.
I remember playing Donkey Kong on our ColecoVision.
No, of course. It came packed in with it.
That's right. Donkey Kong Jr.
Also came with the cart and manual. I now have the box for that one.
And then Ladybug.
I don't remember what I have for this. If I have the manual or not. I might not even have the manual for it. Okay.
Oh, and everyone's favorite, Pitfall.
Pitfall. Nice. I, of course, grew up playing this on the Atari 2600, and that's still my preferred version, but it was really cool to have Pitfall. This one was loose, but I later bought a complete version of it.
All right, and, this is one of my favorites, Q*bert.
Q*bert, good version on the ColecoVision. I definitely enjoy playing Q*bert on the ColecoVision. Also, I think that one came with the manual. Okay,
and then we have Space Panic. I don't know this one.
I don't know it very well. It's not one I care much about. I think it came with the manual.
And Sub-Rock.
These two, Space Panic and Sub-Rock, I seem to see in like everybody's collection. Everybody seems to have these.
These still have good labels.
Yeah, those have got good labels. Yeah.
And then we have Super Action Baseball.
Yeah, they use the Super Action controllers. I bought the Rocky manual maybe a year or two ago. That also uses these. I just need the game now.
Time Pilot. Time Pilot.
Time Pilot. Another, I think that's a Konami arcade game. That was good. That came with the manual.
And then we have Venture.
Now this, for me, this is the killer app. This is the reason I wanted a ColecoVision. I remember playing this at my friend's house. I enjoyed it so much I actually went out and bought a complete copy of it. I thought I should have that one complete. But at the time, it just came with the game and the manual.
All right.
And finally,
the official Zaxon.
Zaxon. Another, what I consider to be quintessential ColecoVision game. Zaxon, Donkey Kong Adventure. This one came loose. Q*bert. I think I have it complete in box now. So yeah, that wraps it up. I mean, that's what I got. This was a big purchase for me in September of 2000.
You got this, plus those 4 others.
Plus the 4 other games.
And what made you decide to sell these 4?
Because I didn't know anything about them. I didn't care. I may have even tried to sell Sub-Rock and Space Panic, and they just didn't sell.
They didn't sell, so then you still have them.
So, yeah. So, since that time, there's 13 games. I don't know how many I have now. It's got to be close to double that, maybe 40 games now. But love the ColecoVision. It's my, I guess, second favorite console of that era. Me being growing up with the Atari and being a big fan. But it took me until September of 2000, before I finally got my first ColecoVision, and I've had it ever since, and it's been a lot of fun.
Nice. Very nice.
All right, so that should do it for our historical pickup video for September of 2000.
Yes, we hope you enjoyed going back in time with us. If you enjoyed the video, like us and subscribe.